Hello retouchers, so welcome to my channel once again. So in today's tutorial, I will show you guys how I retouch this 2-in-1 beauty picture right here. So I've come across many retouchers, okay? So they've complained that they find it very difficult to retouch beauty pictures like this, okay? So, and that is why this channel is existing, okay? So in this tutorial, we are going to retouch it step by step, okay? So I will advise you to like this tutorial because you must like it, okay? So subscribe if you haven't subscribed, okay? And also get your chair and get your PC. Let's work on this picture right here, okay? So this is the raw of this picture, okay guys? And I don't have copyright of this picture, okay? So big shout out to the photographer. So this picture is just for educational purpose only, okay? So for the sake of this tutorial, we are making use of this amazing picture right here, okay? So this is the raw and this is the after, okay? So by the end of this tutorial, you will learn how I retouch this picture to this level and also get this amazing skin tone, okay? So without much ado, let's retouch this picture. Okay, so what is retouching is actually techniques we use in beautifying the picture, okay? So and to do that retouching, we'll be making use of frequency separation. And in Photoshop, there are many ways to do frequency separation, okay? So for the sake of this tutorial and my channel, I'm covering one of the best way to do it, okay? So now, and for the sake of this tutorial, I will not be creating the frequency separation from scratch, okay? I'll be using my all-in-one retouching presets right here, okay? So I believe you have downloaded these my presets, but if you don't have it yet, you can check the comments, the pinned comment of this tutorial, okay? So, and also, if you don't have this my pack and you have a retouching preset that works for you, exactly this preset that I'm about to use here, you can as well follow along, okay? So, and I've made a video on how you can create frequency separation from scratch. You can check my channel for the video, okay? So yeah, we'll be making use of the advanced frequency separation here. So click on it, okay? So it will give you a message because it's very, very user friendly. Every click will direct you on what to do. So click continue. Okay, so right here, remember this is a beauty picture and our goal is to beautify it more and not to change it from what the picture looks like, okay? So that's what you must bear in mind as a retoucher. So now we'll choose the amount of blood that will be okay to retouch this picture, okay? So for the sake of this picture, we'll be using 10, okay? 10 is okay. So I've explained over and over again how you can choose the amount of the best blow amount for your pictures, okay? So, and let me just throw a little light on it again. So if you are retouching as a retoucher, make sure that you choose the amount that will blur your image and you still be seeing your textures, but not that visible. As you can see, this image right here is blur, but I'm still seeing the textures, okay? The blur is not much, okay? So that is, once you get to the result, that is where you will stop, okay? So, and you click OK. Okay, so right here, it has finished loading, then give this message, okay? So that message is directing you on how you can set your mixer brush, okay? So pay attention to the message if you're using my presets here, okay? So as you can see right here, it has separated the texture from the tone. So that means the textures are in their own layer, separate layer, while the tone is in separate layer. So we'll be working on the tone, okay? So this is frequency separation. So this is our mixer brush right here, and this is my settings. My weight is on 60, my load is on 60, mix is 100. It can be anything, mix doesn't matter. My flow is 60. So step by step, let's retouch this picture right here. Let's start from the face of this beautiful damsel here. Okay, so, and when you are retouching, I want to show you something before we retouch. When you are retouching, make sure that you don't brush this way. If you brush this way, you spoil the picture. And also make sure that you don't brush the highlights to the shadow. This way you will spoil the picture. So when you are brushing, this is how you brush. You follow the shape of the face. Okay, so as you can see how the cheek is here, either you brush circle, 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 or you brush following the face. Okay, as the face is this way, you brush this way. That way you are following how the skin is. You will not spoil it. Okay, so as the eye is this way, this is you follow how the skin move. Okay, so that is that as a beginner watching this tutorial. Okay, so let's retouch. Okay, so this is some Mr. brush. So we start from the cheek. Okay, so you can see the way I'm retouching circle. So remember, we are not going to change this image, but we are going to beautify it. And that is the sole aim of retouching. So if you're watching this tutorial and you haven't subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button. Okay, so here, this is the oracle of retouch. We are all about photo retouching here. So this is where you master the art of photo retouching, skin toning, color grading. Okay, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Share to any photographer or editor that you know that this channel might be of a help to. And also in comment section, make sure you give me a heart if you're watching this tutorial and you like it. Drop a heart for me. Okay, so and also if you have a message that's like a tutorial that you would love to see next in this channel, please do well and drop the tutorial. Comment it and I will do it for you. Okay, so as you can see right here, a whole lot is happening here, but you need to pay attention so you see it. So this is this picture here. This is before, after, before, after. Okay, so as you can see, so that is how we mix this image. So and in case you have an image like this that is all in one, this is how you can work on them. You need to exercise patience to work on beauty image. Exercise patience and also to pay attention to the details. Always zoom in and zoom out when you are working, and always check your before and after so you know if you are getting it the right way. And always decrease and increase your brush size to fit into the place you are working on. So and when you are working your picture as a beginner, if you are not a pro, please don't be in a hurry. Take your time. Don't mind what I'm doing. I'm rushing this picture because don't want this video to be much longer. And also, I don't want to fast forward this video because it's against my rule in this channel. I don't fast forward tutorial videos. Okay. So I love taking it step by step. So anybody that is learning from me to pick details. Okay. So you pay attention to details. Every necessary place that you feel like this place needs to be worked on. So you work on the place. Okay, so let's check before, after. As you can see, changes are happening and the picture is looking realistic also. Okay, so let's move to the neck here. One step at a time. You can see the way I'm doing circle. So at the beginning of this tutorial, I showed you two ways you can retouch and get the best. Either you do the circle or you draw straight according to the structure of the picture you are working on. And as a retoucher, one thing you need to bear in mind is that retouching, like some people call it magic, but in reality is that it is magic and also in other way around, it is not because to get the best out of your picture, the production must be nice. The shooting must be nice. Okay. So your work is to beautify it more. So the shooting must be beautiful. Okay. As a retoucher. So, so you need to master photo editing to the extent you have experience how you can fix a bad picture. But just bear in mind that maybe why you are not getting a nice retouch is because you are working on a picture that is wrongly snapped. Okay, so this is before and after. Before, after, you can see the changes right there. Okay, so we'll go back again. Okay, so we'll go back to this beautiful model again. So let's work on this one a little. So this is how we take them one step at a time, step by step. Okay, so let's move to our cheek. Can see what I'm doing. Pay attention to what I'm doing. I'm decreasing and increasing the brush size, depending on the place that I want to work on. Can see what I'm doing right here. And also as a retoucher, when you are working on the nose, always be careful with the nose. Okay, so be mindful of the nose because anything that affects the nose will change the look of the whole picture. It will change the look, and you might end up turning the person to someone else. So always be careful. Okay, so if we check this picture right here, this is before, after, before, after. Okay, you can see that we've done a whole lot of work and the pictures are still looking realistic. Okay, so we still need to fix it more. Okay, so let's go back to this first model and fix the part that we didn't fix well. Okay, as a retoucher, you need to be observant, pay attention to details. Okay, so check before, after, before, after, before, after. So as you can see, we've done a whole lot of work here. Before, after, and the image is still looking realistic. Okay, so and that is actually what retouching is all about. You know, you don't retouch to change the image from the original look. Rather, you retouch to beautify it more, and also it will still be looking real the way the image is. Okay, so let's work on the hair a little. Let's mix the hair. So you can see how the hair is. And see how the hair is. Let's mix the hair a little. Okay, I think this picture, we'll leave this picture here. Okay, so this picture don't actually have the wrinkles and blemishes to remove. Okay, so unless I'm seeing a spot here and a spot here, so let's remove few of these spots that I see on her face. Okay, so and to do that, to make our texture layer active here, so pick our clone stamp tool. Okay, so we zoom to the spots and also sample from the good side and also pick out the spots. Okay, so because we want this beauty is to look flawless and amazing. Okay, so yeah, let's merge this picture. Control E. Okay, as you can see right here, this is before and this is after. Before, after, before, after. Okay, so I will take this picture to camera raw filter to do some adjustments there. Okay, and to do that, first let's duplicate the picture. Control J. So we take it to camera raw filter. So here we are in camera raw filter, and we'll be making use of. We'll go to this presets button here. Then we'll be making use of the adaptive portrait. Okay, so I click on enhance portraits. Okay, so we allow it to load. Okay, depends on your system. Okay, suppose go once, but my system is somehow hanging, so it's loading. So this settings, like these presets in here, if you don't have it in your camera raw filter or your Photoshop, you need to update your Photoshop or you update your camera raw filter. As you can see, I'm using camera raw filter 17.2. Okay, so these are AI settings, okay, that you can use and fix your pictures here in camera raw filter. You can use and enhance your picture. So as you can see, it has finished loading. So this is the enhanced portrait here. So the enhanced portrait is 100. So let's take it up a little. So when you are adjusting, you'll be watching what you are adjusting. This is the glamour portrait here. So the glamour portrait, we leave it at 100. Okay, so this is enhanced eye. Okay, so the enhanced eyes, we increase it. Okay, as you can see, the eyes that enhance. Okay, so this is the darken eyebrow here. Okay, so the darken eyebrow here, we increase. So these settings will make the work easier for you. Instead of doing these things one in Photoshop, you can just come here and just fix it at once. Okay, so the darken eyebrow, we leave it here, and also we are going to go for the skin. Okay, this is, as you can see, this is adaptive subject. Okay, so here this is pop. Let's see what pop will give us. Okay, so as you can see, this is what pop gives us, and this is light. Okay, so between pop and light, this is warm light, and this is soft. Okay, so we are going to make use of pop. Okay, we're going to make use of pop right here. Now we'll go to edit here. Then this light here, black, we drop the black down a little. So we add a little highlight here. Guys, remember, my adjustment might not be exactly your adjustment. My adjustment is according to what I am seeing. You understand? So what I'm seeing and what I want to achieve. Okay, so that is where my adjustment is coming from. And so I go to color mixer here. So I pick the icon here. So I pick from the lips because I want to adjust the lips. Okay, so I increase. Okay, you can see. So only the lips is affected because the lips is where I want to adjust. Okay. Now this is okay. So I close it. Then I'll go to effect right here. Then add a little grain on the face. Okay. So I don't want it to be without any form of texture. Okay, so I add a little grain on it. Now I add a little texture on it. Nice. Then I show to details here and also add a little sharpening on it. Okay, so this is nice. So I click OK. Okay, so this is the wow, as you can see right here. So this picture is looking amazing. So, but we need to add more things here. Okay, so the cheek right here, I need to add blush on those cheeks. Okay, so and to do that, I'll show down this in this my all-in-one retouching preset. I told you guys it contains everything you need as a retoucher. So here under dodge and burn button here, you get dodge and burn curves, dodge and burn tools, glow and glamour, glow, and blush. Okay, so I click on blush. So it has finished loading. It will give you a message directing you on what to do. Click continue. So I'll paint on the cheek. Paint on the cheek, yeah. So I paint on this right here also. So if the effect is not active the way you want it, you can increase the opacity here. Increase the opacity to your satisfaction. Okay, so and the next thing I will do right here is to add a little highlight and shadow, a little. Okay, and to do that, I will use my dodge and burn curves here. As you can see, this is dodge and burn curves. So I click on it. So it has finished loading. Okay, so this layer is dodge. This one is burn, which is highlight and shadow. Okay, so this is my normal brush tool. So my opacity here, I drop it. Okay, so I drop it to, let me leave it at 15. Okay, my flow is 100. Okay, so add a little highlight on the place that I need the highlight to be on. Okay, so like I said, you need to pay attention when you are working on pictures like this. You pay attention to details. You know what you want and what is suitable and what the picture wants. Okay, so now the bone, I need the bone here. Okay, which is the shadow. I need it here also. Okay, so I need it here also. So let me turn off the black and white. Okay, so now this is the dodge and burn before, after. Before, after. Okay, so let me drop it a little. Remember, adjustment. This is Photoshop. Be always your friend. So you adjust, you readjust. Okay, so, and for the eyes, yeah, the eyes, yeah, what I will do is to go to my color balance, yeah. Then I increase the magenta and increase the red a little. So I invert, Control I. Okay, so I pick my brush tool, take my opacity to 100 back. So I paint here. So same way I paint here. So same way I will paint here. And also paint here. Like I said, always pay attention to details. So if this is much, you can as well drop your opacity to your satisfaction. Okay. So this picture is looking nice and beautiful. Okay. So, but let me add one of my first skin tone looks. Okay. So I go to, this is one of my first skin tone looks. Okay. So as you can see, this skin tone. Okay. So you can as well drop the opacity to your satisfaction. Now this is looking fine. So what I will do right here is to merge it here. Okay. So this is looking beautiful, but I think I will need to add sharpening on it. Okay. So this is my all-in-one preset. You scroll down, you see texture button. Under the texture button, you get sharpen, thick texture, and skin texture. Okay. So let's make use of the sharpening there. Okay. Okay, it has finished loading. So this is before and this is after. Before, after. Okay, so this is beautiful now. Okay, so now let's turn off everything and check where we started from. Okay, so now this is this picture raw right here. As you can see, then we fix the skin, mix the skin using frequency separation and achieve this. Okay, then we take it to camera raw filter, do some adjustment and achieve this. Then we do the final adjustment and achieve this. Okay, so now let's merge these things together here. Okay, Control E. So as you can see, this is before and after. This is before and after. So as simple as this, you can retouch your image and make it classy, beautiful, and realistic this way without doing excess and without taking it out from the original. Okay, so, and this is how you can retouch two in one picture. There is not much difference. Just like it's like you retouching two pictures at once. You understand? Okay, so if you enjoy this tutorial and if you watch this tutorial to this end, please subscribe to my channel and also like this tutorial. Give me a love in comment section. Okay. And if you have a tutorial that you want me to do, okay, please drop it in comment section. Okay, so thank you for watching and I will see you in my next tutorial.